welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Olga Olnuzola and I'm participating in the 31 Days of Tarot Challenge by Ethony Dawn, and this is day 8, and the prompt of today is what's on my wish list, top 5 wish list. Now, to be honest, I'm pretty satisfied with my collection right now. I think I have 19 or 20 decks, and they are pretty diverse, but of course it's always nice to get something new. So I wrote down a list. No, I made a list of my wish list. I made a top 5 and I came up with these. The one that's on my top, the one that I've been looking at it for a while, is the Druid Plant Oracle. And I wrote it down. It's made by Philip and Stephanie Cargon and illustrated by Will Worthington. I've been looking at that deck a couple of times for a while. For the people that know me, you know that I'm crazy about herbs and plants. I grew up with that, and yeah, so for me it's a nice extension for my plant studies and my herbal studies, and it's just super gorgeous. The cards, they're just super gorgeous, and I would really enjoy that deck, I know for sure. I am curious how this system works and how the symbology is, the symbolism and everything. I think it's a nice adding to my collection. Number 2 is the Lonely Dreamer Tarot by Melissa Wotherspoon. It's a newer deck, like more modern, artsy. I've seen it on YouTube once or twice, and it's really the art for me that speaks to me. I find, as an artist myself, I find recognition in it, in the eclectic style and the combination of colors. Yeah, the way the artist plays with color. I imagine the deck that I will make one day, it's gonna be completely different, but it's gonna be in that type of style, color-wise, artsy-wise. So that's my number 2, and my number 3 is very different from what I have now in my collection. It is the Keymaster Tarot by the Keymaster Tarot, the House of the Rising Spade by Requiem team. I noticed that there are several versions. I prefer the one with the gold. This deck is super special. It's also very eclectic. The art style is classic, but in a modern way, and it's a play on the Marseille Tarot. Well, going from English to French is weird. Marseille Tarot, but also with the playing cards, combined with the playing cards. So you see the spades and the clubs and the hearts. I don't have a Marseille deck yet. I will one day. It just never really, yeah, I've never felt compelled to buy one yet, but I do appreciate it, and I do feel that my interest for the classical decks is growing. I appreciate classic things and original things, so I think they do belong in my collection. It's just that I haven't found versions of which I felt like, oh yeah, that one. And I haven't really been on research to find the ones. And the same goes for the Rider-Waite-Smith. I will have one version one day, but I want it to be the version of which I say, yeah, that one, without the copyright and the right coloring. And I just see a lot of versions that I don't like at all, but I know there will be one version that I love. But back to the Keymaster Tarot, so it's interesting, it's eclectic, it's a combination of Marseille and the playing cards, and the quality looks amazing because there's like metallic gilding, I think you call it, very chic, and I would like to study Marseille and the playing cards in a relation to divination and tarot reading. And I think this deck, yeah, so this deck has a lot of reasons why it will be an amazing adding to my collection. Very unique. Then the number 4 is again a very different, another style of deck, which also will be an amazing adding to my collection because I don't have something like it yet. It's the New Era Elements Tarot by Eleanor F. Piper. It's a black and white deck, or slightly sepia. A black and white deck. I already have a black and white deck. It's the Hermetic Tarot. But the New Era Elements Tarot is a bit softer black and white. But what I specifically like about this deck is, again, it's very eclectic. I'm just so eclectic. I love that. I am that. Because it's very inclusive. You see people from all types of cultures. It's also eclectic when it comes to periods of time. There are very modern elements in it, but also ancient traditional. Yeah, so I think it's an interesting deck to read with because of those reasons. And then number 5, and this one was on my wish list last year, it's the Lukumi Tarot, which is Cuban Santeria Orishas deck. It's created by Manuel Coltro and drawn by Luigi Scarpini. This sounds so cliche, right, when we talk about decks that we like. I just really love the art, but I really love the art. It's very unique. I don't have a deck like that, the art style. I'm interested in Yoruba Orisha, which some of you already know. I think this is a nice adding. And what also struck to me is that it's not only Santeria or Orisha, because there's also a card with Ishtar, which is a Mesopotamian goddess. So it's also, again, an eclectic deck. And it also gives me a summer vibe. I think it's because of the use of color. It has an etherical vibe, even though it's pretty detailed. It's not like, yeah, it's difficult to explain. It gives me a light feeling, a cheerful feeling. Yeah, cheerful feeling. Detailed. Yeah, the images just stroked me. I like looking at them, and I like to explore it more. So this was my top 5. Druid Plant Oracle, Lonely Dreamer Tarot, Keymaster Tarot, New Era Elements Tarot, and the Lukumi Tarot. I will link them below. And if you want to give me something, you can also donate some money on my PayPal. I'm laughing like, I'm sorry. I mean, maybe you want to. You can find the link of also in my description box. I mean, I don't know, maybe you want to surprise me. Thank you for watching. Check out my other videos. You can check me on Instagram at Olnuzola. You can check me on my website, olnuzola.com. You can book a reading there with me. If you have questions, let me know. If you like this video, hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Send me a comment. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching again, and I see you in the next video. Peace. Love. Because we need to be here. We need to come back to Earth and realize, remember what it means to be on Earth. I had a dream.